ridiculous, hey? I just don't have time for all of that stuff. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Hey, Christine. Hey, Beth. How's everyone? You good? Did you have a good weekend? I did. So I'm going to be channeling for the collective and also doing mini reads as well. So you know the drill if you've been here before, and if you haven't been here, you don't. So check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat about mini reads and how to get one by donation. Super chat, super sticker you can use, but I prefer to use the PayPal link now up that's in that comment. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment and then I can find it easily. Hi, Timothy. What's everyone done this weekend? I had a really nice one. Yesterday wasn't long enough. It was gone so fast. But I still had a nice time. Anyway, we are, the numbers of COVID have gone right down on this island, no new cases for a few days. And so the hospital are right, let's do the vaccination shot. So they're starting today. Mine is, they've rescheduled them all. It's just the amount of staff. We've got a tiny hospital here and there's hardly any staff. And so if they're busy with COVID cases, they can't do the shots. But I am next week, I'm next Tuesday. I'm locked in. I've got to go down the petrol station at the south of the island to go get mine. So that's good, getting on top of it. Community coming together. And the gym's open today, but not Muay Thai. Muay Thai's open on Thursday. Not Muay Thai because he's still in quarantine. Look who we've got here. Chicken's legs. Chicken legs. I thought the camera was more on her. Okay. So I've decided I'm not an astrologer because I'm not. And I'm not going to do those anymore because it's filling up my time and it's really damaging my channel as well. They're hard to get any views, the weeklies and the monthlies. So let's not do that anymore. Let's not pretend to be an astrologer. And it's interesting, since I made that decision, it's like, wow, now I've got a whole lot more time on my hands to be creative. What shall I do with this time? What shall I do? Uni's open today, so you're going to start cleaning it again, Christine. Perving on your man in there. I'm waging you up, I know that you don't. Everyone else would, but you don't. So I'll be happy to get back to that. I do seem to have got myself into a little pattern now of doing my strength workouts, and I haven't been for a run for a few days because it's like jarring on my body. I've been doing yoga instead. That's been nice. Not yesterday though. Didn't have time yesterday. Day just went so fast. Hairy cards. And what have we got here? Immortality. This is something that's persistent, something that sticks around, something that doesn't go away. Not necessarily a bad thing, a good thing, often. Cleaning with Uni. Immortality. Something that won't go away. Energy update today was boring because it's the same as it's been for ages, which is hold out for it, wait for it, hold out for it, don't back down, have boundaries. Apparently we need to be told that over and over again lately. So maybe some people are thinking of settling and just going for the train that's in the station right now instead of the one that they really want. I don't know, there must be a reason that the guides are saying it. I had a busy weekend of private readings as well. It was nice. I think I've got more to do. Yeah, I do. Got more to do as well today. So I think what I'm going to do now is focus on the pick a card reads for this channel and expand those. Maybe do 3 a week. I'll do 3 a week. but maybe expand so it's not just, similar over again. So it encompasses more, if you know what I mean. Up at 5:30 this morning. Me not. I was up at 5:51. My alarm went off at 5:55. Treacle scones. Banana cake. Wow. Busy, busy. Expression. Talking. Hi, Jessica. Speaking, expressing ourselves, saying something that needs to be said. Meet Chanti. She once kept her ideas and feelings locked away in her heart where no one could see or hear them. It felt safe and secure, but alas, she felt so alone. No one truly knew her. She was longing to come out to play. Gathering her courage, she flung open the window in her mind and unlatched the doorway in her soul. She started to speak her mind and give voice to her heart. She could never again fit in that small, closed space of hiding. Soon her words grew into unabashed singing. What song are you keeping captive? What song, at long last, can you unleash into the world? Expressing ourselves, something that just won't go away. Like a book, it won't leave you alone and you have to write it. I haven't had one of those lately, but I haven't had a boyfriend, you see. My books come when I've got boyfriends, when I've got someone that can look after me so that I can write it, because when I get into book writing mode, I need someone there to give me water and food, and it's like channeling on steroids. I need someone to look after me. Like when I'm in book mode, honestly, I've never written a book when I've not had a partner there because of it. Because I wake up in the middle of the night and then I have to write that book because it's in my head and it won't leave me alone. And I've got to keep on writing. It's fast. It's channeled. So seriously, I would die if I wrote a book being single because like each time it's happened, and I've had two partners while I've been writing books. They just have to take care of me. They seriously have to, rally around me. It's like, oh God, she's writing a book. Here, have some water. Clyde, go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. It's like that. It's intense. Okay. It smells beautiful, this bracelet. I got so excited when my Whitney Simmons workout gear arrived yesterday. It's so gorgeous. It's so nice. I was waiting for that to come out. They sent an email, but Gymshark is weird because they send you an email before things get launched, and they don't tell you when the launch date is, like keeping it a secret. And so I had to keep on looking at I got them an email about it, and I'd seen it on YouTube, so I knew it was coming up. Kept on looking at the website, and the moment it got on there, I ordered it because it's sold out now. I wish I'd got the black top as well, but you don't know until you tried it on, hey? But it's really nice. So happy I got it. Love me some new workout gear. Athena, wisdom. Sharing our wisdom. The hots. Rainy day today. Athena, wisdom. Goddess of war and wisdom. Athena asks you to think strategically before you act. There we go. It's that message. It's not waiting, it's not patience, although it could be, that could have a part in it. It's more hold out for what it is that you want. Stand up, right? Don't back down on your boundaries now. Be strategic before you act. Don't accept an offer when it's not everything that you want. It's that kind of thing. Use the wisdom you've gained from your experience to determine the path to the most positive outcome for your situation. So all of this wisdom that we've been gaining lately, and it's a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like a different person lately. I look back, I've had like memories come up, and looking back, is it in? I just got an email about the iPad mini. It's not from Thailand now. It's from Australia. So they're in Australia now. It's in Australia. Not in Thailand yet. I'll buy my iPad mini as soon as they come in. Yeah, I've been having memories lately. And looking back at myself, not memories from a long time ago, just from a couple of years ago, but looking back at myself then, I'm just getting so much clarity about it as the person that I am now. Don't want to elaborate more on that. Okay, let's do the tarot thing. So if anyone wants a mini read, check out that pinned comment up top. By donation. PayPal is my preferred method. There's a PayPal link in that pinned comment up top. But you can also use Super Chat, Super Sticker if you'd like. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q in the comments at the start of it, just so that I know I can find it easy. So let's have a look. So I will be doing the dailies. I'll continue doing the dailies because I find those really useful myself, personally. I've got oats stuck to the inside of my mouth. But not the weeklies, not the monthlies. The monthly is looming up on me. And I'm like, I've got to start thinking of myself more and not running this like a charity for everyone else as if I owe everyone my time. Just doing the videos that don't pay me and that are also more like a public service thing than doing my business good, and so learning to practice what I preach of putting myself first. And it's like, why am I doing these things when it's wrecking my channel? Why am I doing these videos that are wrecking my channel just because I want to help people? It's like, stop it, Claire, you know better. And as soon as I made that decision, I felt a lot lighter. I know it's not what a lot of people want to hear, but I felt a lot lighter, and I certainly had a way more profitable weekend because of it. It's like it unlocked something in me, some energy, heavy energy. I hadn't been feeling it heavy. I always feel it heavy at the end of the month because the monthlies, there's 12 extra videos. It's a lot. It's a lot. And to not have to do any of them now, that's good. I can get creative. I've got the weaver here. Oh, let's change the shot. There you go. And there you go. You can see a chicken cat. The weaver. I've got oats stuck to the inside of my mouth. It's annoying me. The weaver. Some story being woven here. In our lives. 6 of Lotuses. Reminiscing. Yes. I had this memory. When I was with a previous boyfriend, that didn't last long, but it was more like an emotional connection. We've still got that emotional connection. In fact, nothing has changed apart from the fact that he can't call people his girlfriend anymore. Can't say to people that I'm his girlfriend anymore. It was a strange relationship, but we'll always have close connection, me and him. Anyway, when I was with him, which is I wouldn't call it a relationship, in fact. It's just the same as it is now. But there was this time that me and my friends, we were all eating together. And him and his friends were there as well, including a certain person. And we wanted to go and see this band. Me and my friends wanted to go and see this band that come to the island. And it was actually at my other ex's cousin's place that the band were playing. Anyway, we were all eating together and we're like, okay, how are we going to get there? And so one of my friends was going on his bike and he was taking my other friend on the back of the bike, but couldn't take two people on the back of the bike. So how am I going to get there? Anyway, then Mr. Handsome said, Claire, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to go and see the band. He said, how are you going to get there? I said, taxi, and then put my hand on boyfriend's shoulder. Right, taxi. And they were all laughing because like he didn't want to go. He was like boring as for stuff like that, you know. Oh, like he is going. But looking back at that situation, I'm like, I'm seeing it so differently now, so differently. All of that interaction. It's interesting. Now you've been doing your shadow work, you give yourself enough positive messages internally. You don't want to seek it from others anymore. Yeah, when we find it inside like that, it's better, isn't it? I think I do. Shadow work. Mine eased up over the weekend. I had that midweek after that full moon stuff come up, and then yeah, not so much shadow work after that. But this Six of Lotus is, it's about reminiscing, it's about looking back, and it's about seeing like old situations with new perspectives. There's also something about that one as well that I was with, and other situations that we were in, where I just see it so differently now, especially the emotional stuff. We're both kind of still are, because every time he comes back we have this emotional connection thing go on, emotionally clingy to each other, me and him. It's like a wound mate dynamic, although there's not really any wound that I can specifically say that we share. There's just an emotional clinginess anyway. We've got to notice those things in us, you know. I guess that's part of the shadow work, isn't it? Noticing that emotional clinginess. I don't notice it in the moment though. Does anyone else? Shadow work. Has the shadow work been going on for you guys? Me, no. No, just looking back, just memories popping up going, oh yeah, I reckon I understand the dynamics that were going on then. Didn't see it at the time. Naive at the time. This came out in someone's private read yesterday. Infinite paths. Look at this. There's all that swirling around, but there's two people there walking in the same direction, so they've chosen the same path. There's so many different paths we take. And if we're talking about relationships, then to find someone who is always going to walk the same path as us. Tricky. Generally, we meet people that are going to walk the same path as us for a short time. Not for a long time, and certainly not for infinity, immortality, forever. Because we've got to be growing, right? Don't you think that? I often wonder, right? There's people in like long-term relationships, really long-term relationships. And I'm like, how? Like, how have you stayed so consistent? Even in yourselves, have you stayed so consistent? Because my life has changed so much, like so many times. I can't even imagine a partner that would have been right for me the whole way through. I don't think there would have been. To go with me all through that. And if I had, then I wouldn't have gone through all that. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have I would have had to have, instead of just following this path, had to have taken someone else into account, which might have hindered my path. So, but these two definitely walking in the same direction together. Maybe we can only find someone once we've settled down a little bit in our paths, found a stability in ourselves. We have had the Queen of Pentacles out a lot lately. So they're infinite paths. What are the chances that you find someone that's always going to be on the same path, choosing the same path every single day, every single week? Used to believe you could love one forever. Now you don't believe it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it would be nice. Or would it? At some point it would be nice, I think. But you'd have to have freedom in it, wouldn't you? To keep on following your path. I mean, yeah, there'd have to be a certain level of freedom in it. I've changed so much. Like, in who I am. Especially, I'm realizing just how insecure I was. I had no idea, hey. But looking back even to a couple of years ago, really insecure. It's just so different now. I'm sober all the time. Just so different. Much more stable. Used to have a list of stories I felt I needed to tell and retell. Noticed that the points in conversations that I'd have put one before now sit back quiet. Ah, interesting. Telling different stories now, huh? Yeah, interesting. Let's move this. Quick tank video. Tap and hold the shutter to record. Quick video. Drag the shutter to the left for burst. Oh, it didn't work. I just took a photo. I noticed a memory where, when was that, a couple of years ago? I don't know. 2-3 years ago. And I was going to next door island. Well, it was obviously 3 years ago because 2 years ago was the start of COVID. 3 years ago, so we went to, there's a group of us that went to the next island because my friend was fighting there, but she didn't end up fighting, but it was a fun time. Anyway, I got jealous. And now looking back, I'm like, what was I jealous of? Like, there was nothing to be jealous of, really. His insecurities had him, like seeking attention from others. There was nothing to be jealous of at all. He was just seeking validation because he was feeling insecure, and there I was feeling insecure. So maybe that was all it is. Hey, our wound mates, that insecurity, that emotional clinginess, that was all that we had in common. Not all that we had in common, we've got a lot in common, but that was the pain point that we had in common. Very strange. It's just very strange looking back. It's like that made me feel jealous. Like that was nothing, really nothing. The High Priestess, the Five of Cups, feeling left out, and the King of Swords, clarity on that. That's just what I was saying. High Priestess, intuition. The Five of Cups, when we've felt emotionally left out, and King of Swords, getting clarity on it. Hi, Maria. Listening, lurking. No worries. Getting clarity on it. So, yeah, I think we're talking about relationships here. Six of Lotuses is about that too, of course. It's about reminiscing, but it's also about partnerships. Soulmates, twin flames, that kind of thing. High Priestess, intuition. Five of Cups, about when we felt left out. King of Swords, getting clarity on that now. Absolutely. The Weaver, And how interesting, I had someone else there at the time making moves on me that I wasn't even noticing some of it. And I noticed some of it, the overt stuff, but some of the other stuff, the more subtle stuff, these memories are coming up now. And I'm like, he was there all along, like asking me, and I didn't realize. Didn't realize. I forgot that he used to hang out there with us. Sometimes, not all the time. I got to go to hospital tomorrow to do blood pressure things. It's the day where we decide, do I come off the medication? I came around fast, didn't it? Do I come off medication? Oh, well, that wasn't good. I had to pay that tax for all that stuff. You know, that stuff that I ordered 2 months ago, my magnesium. They want me to pay $200 in tax for the whole thing, and they're only going to send me three of the 12 products. So 3 of the 12 products are worth about maybe $200. I bought $600 worth, and the 3 products are worth about $200. They want me to pay $200 in tax for all of the shipment and only send me 3 of them. Well, what are you going to do with the rest of them? Keep them, sell them, use them for yourself, assholes. But because it's like the same price as ordering some more, I'm having to do it because it's actually cheaper than ordering some more and getting it sent here again. I hate that I'm having to do it. And they still said it's going to take me 2 weeks to send it to me. It's like, then it'll be like 3 months since I ordered it. I'm out of it too. I've run out. Not good. And so I'm just hoping that the blood pressure stuff is okay. I haven't noticed that I'm losing magnesium. I mean, I haven't noticed any symptoms of it. So fingers crossed it's good. I'm taking the other magnesium supplements more. Okay, Maria, high self-guidance. For Maria, thanks for your donation. Peace and intimacy. Peace and intimacy, not fights and intimacy, peace and intimacy. I'll get another couple of cards out, find out what's going on here. I am heard and love what is. Oh, this is interesting. This is saying, like, in relationships, peace and intimacy. In relationships, not everything is heard by the other one. I am heard and love what is. Sometimes when we're being silly, we don't realize we're being silly, right? But sometimes when we're being silly, like I was just saying, like in myself, I'm looking back and seeing these things where I was insecure. That was me being silly, right? Why would people listen to us when we're being silly like that? But it makes us feel not heard at the time. It's like, no, I've got this thing going on. It's like, well, yeah, but that thing's only going on inside of you. It's not real. Just making up stories. So peace and intimacy. This is about when you're secure. That's what it is. When you're secure in a relationship, at peace with your intimacy, you will be heard. You know, like have you noticed there's been like a spate of TED Talks about made up things lately? Let's get upset about this thing. What was it I saw? There was one, I didn't even watch the TED Talk because it was too ridiculous what it was about. It was something like women are told not to have sex when they're pregnant. And it was really sexist or something like that. Like, women are told not to have sex when they're pregnant. That's not even true. It's not even true in the first place. And there's been a spate of them like that. There's like, let's get upset about something that doesn't even happen. Like, we know not to listen to those people, right? I didn't watch those TED Talks because when people are making stuff up because of their emotional state, they don't get heard. They don't get listened to. Why would they? Like, would you go to a class, enroll in a class for someone that's just going to talk nonsense? Do you know what I mean? And so this is kind of hard because it's saying that when you're not at peace with your intimacy, you're a bit silly. And no, you're not going to be heard then. And that's the time when you most want to be heard, right? That's when people are all emotional, they really want to be heard then. But when it's coming from a place that doesn't make sense, it's not even true. So love what is. This is saying that sometimes people ignore you in intimate relationships when you're being silly, and it's upsetting you. But it's because no one wants to listen when someone's being silly. By being silly, I mean when we're reacting to some insecurity that's inside of us, or we're making up a story that's not true. We pretend that we've been told something, or we're making our feelings and our insecurities mean that someone's actually done something, or said something, or think something. So yeah, you've got this all tied up. So it might appear to be an issue like not being heard in a relationship. Why aren't they listening to me? You might think that it's something in them that they stop listening. And then there's this about responding to your emotional state in relationships, and that one and wanting to be heard even more. Has anyone else noticed that about the TED Talks? I think I talked about it a while ago. Some people just make stuff up, hey? It's not a thing. TED talking about something that's not even a thing. But I guess someone has. Well, maybe that woman has been told not to have sex when she's pregnant. I wasn't. Let's check him down. Okay, more tarot. Quiet in here today. What's going on? It's Monday. It's Sunday for some of you. Sunday night. Is it a special weekend? No. Not here. Or is it? I think maybe it was a special weekend here. It's hard to know now because nothing happens anymore. Well, things are going to start happening soon. Oh, I'm so looking forward to getting back. Thank you, Beth. Getting back to training, seeing my friends again. 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks now without them. Okay, Beth. Thanks for your donation. I had a spate of tarot readings at the weekend. It was great. Confused on that. Maybe it's going to come clearer to you coming up. You know when we get the guidance, we don't realize something's happening, and then we do. Beth, how's self-guidance for you? Believe in self and wake up. Oh, nice. Believe in yourself and wake up. So there's something inside of you that's really good, that you're really good at. Your higher self is trying to wake you up to that. You need to believe in it more. There's I'm getting a feeling of imposter syndrome with this. When we think I'm going to find out I'm a complete fraud, that I don't know what I'm doing. Everyone else knows what they're doing, but I don't. I'm going to pretend that this thing is really good and I can do it and they should pay me for it, but it's not even that good and they're going to find out. It's got an element of that in it. Daylight savings again. Is it? Which way are you going? I forget sometimes what time of year it is. Springing forward. It's tricky here because it's like I feel like I'm in the southern hemisphere still, but I'm not. I'm in the northern hemisphere, but it's just so similar. In the tropics. You only feel the insecurity due to some people don't give you the reassuring signs Yeah, because they're insecure too, right? Yeah, that can happen for sure. Anyway, Beth, imposter syndrome, get rid of it. No one knows what they're doing, really. Some people are, it's like the people that know the least shout the loudest and the most confident. You've got a new beginning coming up here as well. Wait in abundance, wait. You do have an abundant new beginning coming, but you need to believe in yourself first and quit that imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. New beginning. The abundance will come from it. But it feels like your higher self wants more from you. Not like you need to do more before you're allowed the abundance, but you're made for greater things and you need to believe in yourself first. Hey, poetic truth. You're worried for your family. What's going on with them? Weight and abundance. Yeah, so if you're trying to, Beth, if you're trying to move forward like on a job or your career or anything like that for abundance, your higher self doesn't want you to settle for just anything. It wants you to find this goal that's inside of yourself and actually believe in it and stop thinking that it's not worth very much or that it's not that good or that everyone else is better than you, because they're not. There you go, Beth. I think I was feeling the insecurity, yeah, because of the original wounding from our family. But to perpetuate that through adult life, we've got to see that it's not how everyone's responding to me. It's kind of coming through me. I'm leaving another country to come to Canada. Oh, good luck with them. Good luck with them. For them. Migration. I've done it a lot. I should probably check my passport and see when I need to do immigration stuff again. Should probably. Absolutely should. Get a little bit content and lackadaisical about it. The Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands takes action. Knows what she wants. She's the action taker. She's got a big cat. I've got a small cat. The Six of Crystals. Reciprocation. She's waiting like, are you coming? They're both looking behind her. You're coming because you need to make the effort if you're coming. That's what it feels like she's saying to me. And I did half an hour of burpees yesterday. It's a lot. Half an hour of burpees. Like it was a different variation each time, but it's a lot. Five of Wands. Card of training. Thank you, New Life Prop. Do you have a question? Five of Wands. In training. Oh, you're looking at relocation between 3 states. Washington, Montana, California. You want to know which? Let's get a yes or no. Oh, let's do all 3. Washington. Tell me about Washington. Is Washington a yes or a no? Yes, Washington. Why Washington? What's Washington got? Yeah, okay. Prepare. Let's get you down here. Prepare and empower self. So Washington is a yes. There's good things there for you, but it might seem like a struggle for you because when we've got this like empower self, what's Washington going to do for you? It's going to empower you. Well, that means lessons. That means you having to put yourself out of your comfort zone. It's got the opportunities for that, to put yourself out of your comfort zone, but it's going to require more of you. So it's kind of like the fast track. I don't think you're going to stay there if you go there. It's more of a preparatory place, but it will be good for you, or to stand up for yourself. Next, Montana. Montana's a no. Why is it no? Because the people there that you think that you're going to connect with, they're your old self, not your new self. It's not where you're headed. It's where you've been. Montana is the comfort zone because of the people. So if you did it, it's saying a no, but if you did go there, it's just going to be more of the same lessons that you've got, like reiterating those same lessons. You're more likely to get in with groups of people there and quickly get over that and see what doesn't. I just had a flashback then. What doesn't gel with you? Lessons that you've already learned. You're already moving away from something, hey? And Montana's just going to be more of the same, so you don't need that. I agree with your higher self there then. California. That would be where I'd go, I think, if I went to the US. Yes, to California. Why? What's California got? Peace and understanding. Easier option, California. Peace and understanding. I like that. I mean, it just depends what you want here. So this is saying, like, if your intention, if you think, right, what would I really like in my life next? Do I really want to stretch myself and reach for more and go for stuff? If that's a yes, then definitely go Washington. If you're not that motivated for big change and stuff like that, if you want to work more on the emotional stuff, and then California's for you. Definitely not Montana. Montana's just more of the same. There you go. I do like readings like that. Like sometimes people will get readings when they have choices like that to make. Or one time I was working with this lady who was starting a business and went through all of the applicants that she'd got. It was so interesting, hey? Going through all of them and saying, reading what the pros were, what the cons were to those people, the trouble that she'd have with them, and the good stuff that she'd get from them, so she could really choose wisely. It was great. I like readings like that. So, thanks for your donation. Queen of Wands, Six of Crystals, Five of Wands. Back to this. I want to read the Queen of Wands out because this is action, and we've not had action for a while. Don't know about you guys, but I've not had any action for a while. Queen of Wands, authoritative, spiritual, practical, independent, and charismatic. It's important that you acknowledge your limitless potential. You're capable of accomplishing anything you wish if you truly put your mind to the task. Maintaining a positive mindset attracts an abundance of light into your life. This is the first step in manifesting your dreams. You're welcome. Your life. Prop. Maintaining a positive mindset attracts abundance of light into your life. This is the first step in manifesting your dreams. Right? Just first step, not all of the steps. In other words, don't get stuck in that. It's time to take action. Queen of Wands is an extremely generous person who's both strong-willed and fierce in their convictions. Fiery. They easily attract others to them through their passionate and charming personalities, and are very aware of their strengths and intelligence. The Queen of Wands is also extremely independent and outgoing. They're able to adapt well in almost any social setting or environment and make others feel warm and welcome. An honest, kind-hearted person who radiates beauty. But this is who she can be too. Impatience, aggression, or insensitivity. Very ambitious. Yeah, egotistical. Someone who may be dependent on others, although there's an indifference to outside thoughts or opinions. The Queen of Wands reversed may also indicate a lack of self-confidence in communicating with others. This can be attributed to fearing the thoughts and views of those around them. It hasn't really talked about the action there, but I was getting the action from it. Capable. When she uses it for herself, she or he really can move mountains. But when she gets insecure, that reverse stuff comes out, right? All of that, impatience, aggression, that bullying kind of thing, dependent on others but indifferent to them, all of that, it comes from insecurity, fears. Six of Crystals is all about reciprocation, especially because these two chicks here, they're looking behind them. They're like, if you come in, come. If you come in, you need to make those steps. Like, I'm going, but I'll wait. I'm not going to wait forever. I'm just looking back now. Like, you need to climb up these rocks too by yourself. Do it like yourself if you come in with me. That's the reciprocation. It's like letting people make their own efforts, and if they're not going to make an effort, fair enough, they're not coming on this same path. Are you making an effort? No problem, I'll leave you where you're at then. Not holding ourselves back, right? So this is different, right? Because we keep on getting this message of waiting, but it's not waiting, it's having strong boundaries, being determined of where we want to go. Yes, like the Queen of Wands. Not waiting, offering, saying like, are you making an effort? Are you coming with me? Are you on the same path as me? Rather than waiting and trying to pull them along or doing the work for them, making sure the reciprocation is there and making sure they're making the effort themselves, yeah? Making sure they're sorting their own shit out, really. The Six of Crystal indicates a state of balance and abundance in your life. You recognize the value of your relationships, spirituality, and the mutual benefit of loving support of others. This is also a time for inner growth and prosperity. You've risen to the occasion and can now look back on the choices that you've made that have led to your states of knowing. How will you move up from here? Opportunities, gifts, or rewards may be closer than you think. New opportunities, career, philanthropy, generosity, prosperity, advancements, growth, abundance. Right, and this is the reverse energy, which is kind of what I was getting here. An imbalance of energies. You're being too generous with others in some way. Being careful that you're not being taken advantage of. This is they're not reciprocating, stop doing it, stop waiting for them. They're not doing it for themselves, don't do it for them, kind of thing. You know, I'm in a few groups for the workouts that I'm doing now, these strength workouts that I'm doing at home. And I noticed just before I came on here on Facebook, someone in that group said, there she was doing 30 minutes of burpees. Her husband was sat on the lounge. A kid came into the room asking and said, Mum, can you find my water bottle or something like that? That is so out of balance, right? She's in the middle of like that was like one of the most intense, scariest workouts I've ever done, and I'm up for that kind of thing. I don't shy away from that kind of thing, but there she is in one of the most intense workouts of her life. He sat doing nothing, and the kid still asks her for it. It's like, oh, that situation, there's just something so wrong about that, right? We set ourselves up for that though by being willing. She better not have stopped. I didn't get the time to read it, but she better not have stopped and done that. She better have thrown a dumbbell at her husband. That's what I would have done. It would have been a teaching moment in my household, that for sure. Got to stop being treated like the slave, allowing ourselves to be treated like the slave. And that's how the Six of Crystals imbalance can come out. Situations like that. An imbalance of energies, being generous with others in some way. Be careful that you're not being taken advantage of, right? The Six of Crystals reverse may also indicate a need to maintain a sense of selflessness with your generosity. Not likely. Not with us guys. It's more the opposite way around. We need to be more selfish. Are there motives behind what you're doing? Are you working from a place of love? If this card is pertaining to relationships, it could be that there's an imbalance of energy being used or transferred between two people. Someone giving more than the other. Is that person you? Be careful of that. Let other people do their stuff. Keep on heading. Know what you want. Queen of Wands. Take action toward it. Just remain positive about it, even if they're not coming with you. Even if they're not coming with you, someone will meet you there. It's like when I broke up with Jared. It was hard because we were so close. It was a good relationship, but we were going separate ways. Like, he wasn't coming with me on that path, and I had to stop trying to drag him behind me. I'd been trying to drag him behind me for a couple of years, and I had to stop. And we both had to realize that our paths were diverging, that I was ready for these new things and he wasn't. And it was hard, but it's that. I had to let him do it himself, and I wasn't letting him do it himself. I was trying to do it for him. So 5 of Wands, what's this? The training thing. You may be experiencing some setbacks at this time, as surrounding ideas or values may clash with your own. It could be that you'll find yourself up against someone who's equally ambitious as you are. Seriously? If you feel as though you've stumbled, I find it hard to believe that. It could be that you'll find yourself up against someone else who is equally ambitious as you are. Okay. If you feel as though you've stumbled, know that you have the strength to pick yourself up again. Now more than ever, it's important that you honor your heart and make your priorities clear. This card is not about teamwork, but personal goals and ambitions. There you go. It's not about teamwork, not about dragging them behind you. That could be the way that you're stumbling. Picking people up on your path and then trying to get them to come with you, trying to sort their stuff out so that they become the person that comes with you. It doesn't work. You're drawn to step more in your spiritual work. Okay. Lots of prep and change. So which one are you going to go for? Washington or California? Choose now. Competition delays, unsatisfied desires, redirection of energies, breaking away, independence. Yes. When reversed, the 5 of Wands may indicate a reluctance to express inner thoughts or feelings. You don't want to tell them. You're feeling the rift and you don't want to tell them. Oh, it's heartbreaking. This may be due to conflicting energies or difficulties in finding soulful connections with others. Just because it's difficult, don't back down. Okay, so this is very related to what I was saying in the energy update today then, of sticking to our guns, the final stand kind of thing. The final stand, what we really want, and sticking to that, you know. Difficult, just because you're finding it difficult to find soulful connections with others, just like I said, it could be that you find yourself up against someone else who is equally as ambitious as you are. I find that hard to believe, and so that's me saying I can't find soulful connections. Difficulties in finding soulful connections with others. If you've experienced stress as a result of passive aggressive or competitive behavior from someone around you, take some time to disconnect from those lower vibrational energies. Yes. There's a lot of that. It's not come up in the energy updates, but I'm sure it's going to. And it did a few months ago, for sure. Quite a few months ago. We've got to leave people behind. Got to realize who's draining and leave them behind. There's a lot of that in the energies at the moment. Disconnecting from lower vibrational energies. And this isn't about judging people. It's about noticing where you're at and who's a drain to you. What takes your energy down, even slightly. It's like if you'd have asked me last week, are the weeklies and monthlies? Yeah, monthlies have been obvious that it takes my energy down because it's just so much more workload at the end of the month to do that, and it stresses me out leading up to it because I'm like, it sends me out of balance. It's too much work. But the weeklies, I would have said no. Although when I do the weeklies, do which is usually on the Wednesday, I'm exhausted at the end of that day, and I go to training and I'm totally wired. And they say to me, they notice, but I'm like, you work too much, and it's always on a Wednesday that they say that. So I hadn't realized, I wasn't tuning in to how much that was draining me. Now, you see, now what I think I'll do is I think I'll do this show Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think I'll record a couple of dailies after it, and then I pick a card read, and then I'll do the same on Wednesday, and I'll do the same on Friday, and that will be really nice and balanced workload. Really nice and balanced. Instead of a pretty intense day on Monday, really intense day on Wednesday, and then an easier day on Friday. And then usually I'll do a pick a card read on Tuesday, so yeah. And then if I've truly got the days off from video making, I mean, because of course there's always the private reads to slot in there. Yeah, that means I've got no fully intense days left, so I've got more time for the private reads. And then I can get more creative on my days off. Then I've got actual days off time to get creative. But my point is, sometimes we don't notice what's draining our energy until we take a step back. A step back from it, or the people that are draining our energies. So this isn't about judging people who's got low vibrational energies. You've got a low vibrational energy kind of thing. You've got to go. It's about asking ourselves, how am I before that person? How am I when I'm with that person? Are they taking me down? Are they uplifting me? And how do I feel after I've been with that person? And then some of them have got to go. It could be that you simply need to find some sense of peace and independence in order to feel good again. Yep. Look at my hair. I did treatments again yesterday. I did my Sunday thing. It's different. It's so different. Loose waves when it's in good condition. It just goes to loose waves, not crazy curls. So the Five of Wands. Time to get independent. Moving away from draining energies. Noticing that it's change time, but it's more like fine-tuned change time kind of thing. Anyone else want a mini read? I'm feeling like mini reads. I like doing readings. Have you noticed? I like it. Interested in it. Okay, what else can you tell us about this? Healing the King of Cups and Six of Swords. I don't need to read these out. It's not that exciting. It's saying rest and recuperation, taking a step back, allows us to feel what's been going on. Like I said, sometimes we don't even realize how draining something's been, even if it's only slightly. Like there's no way that the weekly reads were really draining me. It's not. It's only slight, but it was there, nonetheless. And after I'd made the decision, I was thinking to myself, well, yeah, I'm not an astrologist. What was I doing that for? I was just doing it for light. I was doing it because I was thinking people are searching for like Taurus, tarot, and stuff like that on YouTube, but it's not actually what's working for my channel. So people aren't looking for that from me. I'm not saying that they weren't good. They were good, but it's not my path. It's obviously not my path, right? And so it made more sense to stop it after I'd made that decision to stop it. I started feeling lighter and lighter. And yeah, you'll find that too, is when you take a break from something, that's when you feel what it's really been doing. A rest and recuperation. You take a lie down, you stop, like chicken. She's excellent at doing this. Cats are great, aren't they? Relaxing. Oh, yep, we're talking about you. She's like, what? She's thinking about changing her position. So there, chicken. You're in shots. Then we've got the King of Cups. Okay, the emotional part of it all. You can't necessarily put your finger on it why you're feeling emotional or what that is, what the clingy thing is, what you're feeling, but you're feeling something. Whoever you're waiting for here, they're feeling emotional, you're feeling attached, you're not sure what it is, you're feeling like, well, maybe I should wait for them. No, all these cards are saying no, be independent and set yourself free. There's more. Remember, we had this immortality card, which was like, something sticks around. Something's immortal. If it's for you, it's immortal. Can't really go wrong, right? If it was my path to carry on doing the star sign readings, the astrological sign readings, then it will come back around. I can always do it again. It's not there. And I know it's not because I can feel the lightness from moving on from it already. Yeah. And sure, the evidence was there too. Like some of them still haven't even got 100 views on it. That's devastating for my YouTube channel. Other people, when they have like flunks like that, one video, they delete the video because it wrecks your channel. And there I was putting 12 of these wrecking elements on my YouTube channel every week. It's like self-harm. King of Cups. It's like putting everyone else first, saying, no, I'll keep on doing it because it's a service and they're good. It's not a service to me. It's not a win-win. Not at all. So there's some emotional aspect around this that you're going to realize when you take this break. And then you'll be able to get yourself out of those choppy waters. Likely Washington. Yeah, if you're up for a challenge, Washington for sure. I would probably choose that if I were you as well, Washington. Because I like to stretch myself like that. So this is the universe helping us out of choppy waters. It doesn't have to be that choppy, it can just be toward better, you know. The more we master our lives, the better we get at moving on from things when they're not terrible, when it's not choppy. We preempt those storms. We feel it coming. We feel the slightest imbalance and we move from it then. That's what this card's about. So we've got to notice the emotional stuff that has us holding on, keeps us holding on. Gabe, hello. General guidance for Gabe. Gabe. Oh, I like this. Be artistic and travel. Yeah, you're an artist, be it. Travel. It's not about travel, this. It's about people from other places. Have you had someone come in your life lately? I mean, by come into your life, I mean you've been made aware of them, or they've got in touch with you, or you have seen their YouTube channel or something like that. You just become aware of someone in a different place. there's something in that for you and your creativity, you being artistic. High self wants you to be artistic, Gabe, but there's a definite trail there to do with a person, an artistic person from another place, maybe another country, that is not showing you the way, but there's something about what they do that's got a very important part of it is linked to the direction for you to go in. I don't want you to think that this person is a teacher and for you to copy them kind of thing. It's not that, but there's an element of what they do. You know, it's very interesting because I saw a new YouTube channel that I've never seen this weekend after I'd made that decision not to do those readings anymore. And it's just totally inspiring me. It's like, wow. And there's a channel, she only does pick a card reads. And then I saw it and I'm like, ah, this. I like it. So you've got a clue. You've got a clue coming from somebody here. Flowing strength and courage. They could be very successful as well. I both look around at the fridge. The fridge made a noise. Like, is there an animal in the fridge? Is the chicken? So yeah, they could be really successful as well, and make you feel better about pursuing that avenue of creativity. You'll feel stronger. They'll make you feel stronger because of what they do. Definitely in the flow as well, so you'll know if they haven't showed up already. You'll know. You'll know when they do, because there'll be something very specific that you like about their stuff. It'll be very inspiring to you for sure. So your creativity, your artistic talents, be more creative, more artistic. I feel like success is coming from it, and yeah, it could be that element of it. In fact, rather than what they're actually creating, it could be the success with it inspires you. Pay attention anyway. Have you met them already? I don't think it's someone that you're meeting. I think it's someone that you're just becoming aware of. I think it's someone that you're finding rather than someone that gets in touch with you, kind of thing. Interesting. Okay, Tarot, tell us more. Oh. They've already told me that I'm going to be reading out of these books before I've even got the cards out. Go and get the books, Claire. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Why do I need to read that out? It's obvious, isn't it? Take it slowly. Have boundaries. It's what you're open to. Sometimes we force ourselves to be open to everything, kind of thing, because we're feeling like maybe I'm blocking my own path because I'm not being open enough. But the opposite is true. We need to take it slowly and have more boundaries rather than force ourselves open. You know, when like spiritual people talk about opening the heart, that's about this card. It's not necessarily true. In fact, a lot of the times it's not true at all. Like codependent people saying you need to open your heart space. Shit like that. When when a lot of those people are like so disempowered and so way too open. I had a memory about when I was can't speak. When I was so nice and codependent, do anything for anyone. I just wanted to help everyone out. There was this real, real, what can I call her? Not a nice person at all. Oh my God, she's so manipulative, manipulative, narcissist for sure. She used to hang out with me and my friends. She used to seduce some of my friends, and it would be the nice ones that she used to seduce. I think she was bisexual. She used to try and seduce friends, female friends, for sure. She had kids. The kids were taken off her. Good. Because, yeah, she's, wow. Anyway, she would be there. This was in Byron Bay years ago. She would be there with me and my friends. And one time we were at this festival or event thing, and she said, "Claire, can you just hold this?" And it was a dog end. Well, it was a dog. It was a cigarette that she'd just like finished smoking. Really, there was hardly any left. And for some reason, I said yes. And then, of course, she just completely ignored me and carried on. I don't know. It was like she wanted to get something out of a bag or something like that. That's what I thought. But no, she was just totally trying to use me and bully me in that action. I like this is like I wouldn't fall for that shit anymore, but I so totally did. I would do anything for anyone, even her. Ugh. Often we need to slow down and we need to have boundaries, not be opening up more. But they told me to get the book out, so I'm going to because I'm a good girl. Really. Don't think you have yet, guys. You will do. White Seers. What do we need clarity on here? Which one? Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. What have I missed? Here she is, Queen of Cups. Extremely intuitive. A highly attuned emotional intelligence. Love and compassion. Sensitivity and strength. Empathy. Leading with your heart. Healing. The Shadow Seer is controlling or suppressing emotions. Feeling insecure. I need to listen more. Irrationality is what I was talking about before, right? When we're insecure. Emotional blackmail. Being melodramatic. An opportunity to be responsible for your own emotions. Yeah, taking responsibility for our own emotions. The Queen of Cups is one of the most intuitive characters of the tarot, floating in a dreamlike state of spiritual connection. She asks how well your emotions have been serving you lately. Emotions serving us instead of knocking us about. Oh. How well have your emotions been serving you lately, everybody? Wow. Do we even think that way? Does anyone even think that way? Have you thought that way? Have your emotions serving you? Rather than being something that you feel and then having to deal with. Something you feel and have to heal from. Something that overwhelms you to the point where you have to stop and heal. What emotions are you putting up with? Emotions have been good. Good. My emotions could be better. So they could serve me more for sure. Okay. And reminds you that you have the ability to connect on a much deeper level. I've been getting that message, like, about depth. If you want a deeper experience, you need to go deeper. Feel and accept your emotional intuition. Listen closely as a way to understand what's truly going on, instead of just being nice, right? And ensure that other people feel heard when you communicate with them. Devote time to their emotional cues and see the divine beauty in all of life's experiences. It takes both sun and shadow to make the ocean floor sparkle. In shadow, this card can indicate that you're out of touch with your emotions, numb, or that you are suppressing your feelings while refusing to see the obvious. Yes, that. Suppressing your feelings while refusing to see the obvious. That. Because the obvious could feel like you're being judgmental. Takes me back to the narcissists again. We've got to be judgmental about them. It's about time it stopped, hey? Someone needs to stop enabling them. Everyone needs to stop enabling them. If you feel any insecurities around openly connecting with others, grow into a better partner by vulnerably sharing your own tender heart. If you feel any insecurities about openly connecting with others, grow into a better partner by vulnerably sharing your own tender heart. How well have your emotions been serving you lately? I think that's saying that some of us have been settling for less than great feelings and extending ourselves to looking after people when it's not serving us. Yeah? Your emotions used to lead you down the wrong path, Timothy. Now listening to my intuition, I'm enjoying a protected heart. Yeah. That's what, see? This. She's got a heart down there in a cage and she's sat on it. She's got, like, clarity. She's put it out of the way, for now. And she's appraising, right? She's looking there going, okay. She's seen the truth, cold, hard truth kind of thing. She's not being smushy like this one. This one's smushy and open. Look at her. She's sat in the water like, do anything to me. Knight of Pentacles is take it slow. You haven't been needy. Haven't been fearful. Grateful. You trusted, hey, astral projection. You trusted your gut hunches recently have since lightened my load with energy thieving narcissists. Yay! Good for you. We've got to spot them, hey, because they're sneaky as can be. I saw a video of a guy. I actually hadn't seen him. It was a video saying, it was a short, I think it was on YouTube, a YouTube short, someone saying, you need to watch this guy because he's a recovering narcissist. He's a narcissist in therapy, and he makes videos apparently. But he said, what was it? He said, what narcissists do is mirror the behavior of someone that's really nice and loving and open like this. And the one that's loving and nice and open latches onto it so much because they're insecure that they don't recognize that those are great qualities in themselves. When the narcissist does it, they're like, oh, you're so great. But the narcissist is just mirroring it. And he said, it's easy to spot someone that's not owning how great they are and how loving they are and protecting themselves. Because you can do that. They've got some greatness about it. They're so insecure about it. They don't even know that it's a great thing. And you show them like just a pretend version of it. And they're like, oh my God, you're great. And they're like, oh my God, you're great. And that is how the narcissist operate. They see the insecurities there. They're like, oh, insecure person that doesn't realize how great they are. I'm going to exploit them. And then they do. How about that? Oh, wow. Someone hovered around you for 30 years. That's a long time. I'm not taking you guys. Yeah, too nice. Open book, unaware empath. Absolutely. I was too. Idiot. I was an idiot. I listened to all that, like, and it was spiritual. It was religion and it was spiritual teachers and stuff like that that led me down that dark path of being open and nice, too nice, just being a pushover, a doormat. Holy shit. It was a good day when I found my Queen of Swords. Embrace that. And stopped being so available to being abused. Holy shit. So available to being abused. You know, and there's so many people out there going, no, but there are victims, and there are, yes, there are. I was a victim when I was a kid, but I perpetuated it into adulthood because I didn't learn that I could protect myself. Yeah, I was set up for it by being abused as a kid, of course. But still, my responsibility to get out of it. Here we go. Ooh. Called themselves your mates. Yeah, they do. They get nice and close. And they manipulate. There's there's not another one coming out. I don't know what my guys were talking about. They're like, there's another one. No, there's not though. It's not coming out. Come on. You got caught up in that, Beth. You're too nice. The thing is, we get the intuition, don't we? And then we think, I can outlove them. Idiots we are. The Two of Voices. This is someone pretending they don't know what to do. Don't know what choice to make. This is lying to ourselves. No, yes you do. The Devil. Such negative energies. I need to read them out. And the Magician. I thought it might have been that one. I saw it before. The Magician. Okay. Let's get reading. Two of Voices. This is how we fool ourselves, this card. So, in that situation, that codependent situation is what it seems to be talking about here. I wonder if we've still got some left. Some codependency left, you know? You can't love anyone better. I know. But how many religions and spiritual shit pretends that you can? All the world needs is just some more understanding. They're hurting. Oh, God. Not as much as they're about to hurt when I punch them in the throat. I'm more ruthless now. I have no tolerance. No tolerance for that shit. Absolutely not. That's it. We've got to use all that energy for ourselves, right? Tim's right. We've got to do our work. We've got to use that energy for ourselves. We've got to pour all this amazing energy and this love and everything. We've got to use it for ourselves. Give it to ourselves. Then we're so powerful when we do that. Right, Beth? You can know the signs and the universe like slams you in the face with it. Can you see it now? Oh, I had a tower moment. It must be because Mercury's in retrograde. We tell ourselves shit like that too. Two of Voices. Indecision, the angst of not knowing the way. Choices, feeling like you're between a rock and a hard place. Silent intuition. Silent intuition. I almost glossed over that then and didn't even listen to it. Silent intuition. It's just added on the end there. Silent intuition. Well, we get the intuition and then we don't act on it. We get the intuition and we don't speak out on it. We just push it down. The many faces of the wind. Two paths, two options. I don't think we can eliminate the path for them because I think they're on a different path. Astral projection. Because we're not unlike them. Sure, the core wound is the same, right? The narcissist, the codependent. So let's focus on those two. The core wound is the same, but very different paths. That's what's so interesting about, well, here, I only watched a short video of someone about this guy, but how interesting that someone is, that a narcissist is getting therapy and speaking out about what they do, like becoming an open book about it. Because that is rare, right? I don't know what the narcissist healing path is. I have no idea. I don't know what the abuser's path healing is because I've not been there. I took the codependent, I took the victim path. I took the be open, I took that path. So I have no idea. I don't think they've got anything to learn from the path that we take. I don't think they're going to become the victim first. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they've got the same path. I can't imagine. I can't imagine what their path is to healing. Maybe I should like check that guy out more. But I don't even care. Like it's not my path, and I'm not here to help them. So maybe I shouldn't. But still, two paths, two options. One is real and one's not. One leads to a future and one will fade away as potential without form. The two voices sits at the doorway, gently spinning dualities for the travellers below. She offers paths that lead in different directions so that we remember that we have free will. Like Washington and California. We get to choose. It's very rare that a no comes up, like in that question for Montana. It's very rare that a no comes up because there's always like there's always gift opportunities and challenges and drawbacks to every option that we've got. So it's very rare that a no comes up. Aware knocks. No, they're broken on the inside. I don't know. I used to try and talk to my narcissist, the Grandiose Narcissist. I was in a 1 year relationship with about it. It was just so clueless, how he had two emotions, happy and rage. And after his rages, I would talk to him about it. It was just so clueless about it. Like he recognized that it was his dad, but he was just so clueless about his emotions. So little awareness. Which was weird because he like pretended. He mirrored back to me when I first met him. He pretended all kinds of things. That he was aware. He talked the talk. That's what it is. They can talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, and that's when you notice, right? When they're not living up to it. They say the right things. They don't live the right things. They don't. Yeah, their actions aren't congruent with what they say. That's how you know. Even rocks and hard places contain energy that can be moved. Sometimes it must be walked through. When choices appear equally sweet or equally sticky, appreciate the slightest of nudges and subtle tuggings on the strings, and trust that even without predictability or foresight, the path you take will be the right path for you. Know that sometimes the destination is not as important as the steps taken. Always. Know that always the destination is not as important as the steps taken, because it's about you, it's about your progress. And that progress made with love while listening to the whispers of your soul will always lead to the transformative power of the right choice. Love for self, that is, not love for others. Let's stop just like willy-nilly loving others unconditionally, because that leads us into the crap. Two choices, equally horrible, laughable, palpable, stuck. This angst leaves me lost with nowhere to know. Two the same, both the best. What the fuck? I like that poem. Oh dear. Ah. I'm just getting from this that we're lying to ourselves. It's like that we don't know. We do know. We do know what's best for us. We absolutely know. When we say that we don't know, it's this. It's like, but I don't want to go on without them. Why? Because of this. I'm emotional about it. I'm attached. You know, it's one of the things that we see with, what was the name? That case in the US at the moment. That guy that's gone missing. Whether he murdered her or whether she killed herself, both are possible. But either way, it's his fault. She wanted to be with him. She wanted to be with her abuser. Did you notice that in the video with the cops? She wanted to be there. And I get that. I get that. I was the same with my Grandiose Narcissist as well. As rageful and as horrible as he was to me. There were good times too. But that was just show. Him pretending, you know. I still felt very insecure without him. It was bizarre. I'd got attached and I felt my security through him, even though it was so insecure. It was just bizarre. But it happens to us. We feel like we're safer with them. Oh, it's such a strange thing because we're obviously not. Stockholm Syndrome, you think it is? It's because they love bomb us, isn't it, at the start? It's because we believe what they're saying, that mirroring. Really, what we're doing when we fall in love with a narcissist is falling in love with ourselves, what they're projecting to us, who they're pretending to be. They're pretending to be us. That's what they do, is they notice who we're being and they show it back to us, and then they kind of laugh at us as we fall in love with them, and they can do whatever the fuck they want with us because we're so not loving ourselves that when someone's pretending to be us, we fall in love with them. They can abuse us all they like because we're just not noticing that it's us that's great. Trauma bonding. Whoa. The devil. I have to be careful with my mouth. Addiction. That didn't help me either. My numbing out, my drinking. They didn't help me in the slightest. Oh, I could put up with it because of that. Same. I started drinking when I was a kid. Same reason. Put up with it. Addiction. Bondage. Being manipulated. Does it sound familiar? Being manipulated. Feeling stuck in the confines of your story. Needing to loosen up. Have fun. Liberation. Slippery servitude. Thank you, Jordan. Who's that? Do you have a question? She's heavy, isn't it? Devil energy. It's the narcissist. And the stupid thing is when we're in that situation, we ask ourselves, is it me? And we listen to spiritual teachings and law of attraction teachings that are saying it's you. It isn't. Just being dumb. Just unaware of it. What's playing out. Just being blindly naive. Just being like, oh no, I don't know. We do know. We have that intuition. We override that. For me, I used to override it because I would mistake fear with love. Butterflies. A fear response. I used to think it was love. And so I would think that I'd get that confirmation when really I was screaming inside, no, don't do it. I'm like, whoa, I'm falling in love. It feels like, oh. Because I never had that. You see, I always had that as a kid because I was in an abusive household. So all of them were. So I never knew what love felt like to choose it in the first place. I'm kind of realizing now. Gaslighting, yes. Approaching their potential downfall, they begin to play with the strings of temptation. How wonderful it feels to break free from the monotony of the everyday. This is like you turn up in the life and you're like a toy. Oh, they're like, yay, another sucker. He'll do anything for me. They dance and sing and stir their mind with an aphrodisiac of the spirit. But when it's time to return, they realize that they don't want to drop the strings, nor stop the music that they can finally hear. So they go on. Too soon the slippery slope of desire arrives and they find their arms lifeless like puppets. Yet they have to keep moving. Swinging listlessly, they blame the devil for their plight, even though they're the ones pulling all the strings and leading their endless dance. The muse asks you to see your self-imposed shackles in order to find your sovereignty and freedom, and to rewrite your story so that you may step into your truth. For you, Divine Weaver, first card out, are the keeper of your own beautiful soul. Thanks, Ron. Bride of all unique things. Unquiet things. I read that as unique. Love reading. Okay. Who's the devil but my own choice? Oh. Yeah. Keep on choosing them. Or allowing ourselves to be chosen by them. We are enamored that they've chosen us as the sucker. They're like, oh, they love me. No, they don't. They just recognize that you're another sucker that they can manipulate. Who's the devil but my own choice? A capture and her strings. Who is the devil but my own voice? The one who never sings. Da, da, da. How dramatic. What's the answer? Queen of Swords. That's the answer. Jordan. Love reading. I'm quite good at that, Timothy. Remembering people's names, the names behind the names. I'm quite good at that. Especially because I connect in with your energies, you know. Ash is Timothy, by the way, everyone. Okay, Jordan. Oh, this is so similar to a full reading that I did yesterday for someone. Everything's got to fall away. Detachment and expansion. Everything has got to fall away before you can advance to your expansion. If you're trying to cling to little bits that are left, you're doing the wrong thing. So in other words, if you're slowly trying to transition from one thing to the next thing, universe is like, no, you've got to let go of everything. You might have found that you've had tower moments lately, and that's because you've got to let go of everything. You're going to take a big step forward. It's almost like you've been learning a lot, and then you need to let go of everything so you can take a big step forward. You don't need to take baby steps. You don't need to take baby steps. Sometimes we go through life and we need to take baby steps and just like the next logical step and go for the next growth kind of thing. It's like starting a business and then setting a goal for like a small amount of money or whatever, or you know, just to break even or whatever like that, and then baby steps. That's not your path here, because there's another path that we do, and it tends to be in our personal life, which is everything, you know, how we're loving ourselves and all of that, healing ourselves, which is the internal work. So a lot of like internal triggers that come from the outside, but then we heal ourselves and we learn from the past and stuff like that. It's very much internal work. Then we're ready for a leap in our external circumstances. So that's when the tower moments happen and take stuff away. And this is saying, Jordan, you've got to detach from the old. You can't take the old stuff with you before this big expansion starts, because you've been doing the inner work. Yeah, forgive them and let them go. Forgive them and off you go. Forgive them and leave them behind. Forgive them and get out of there. So there's going to be a complete change in your circumstances in order to take your life to the next level. So this is why it is that you don't seem to be able to hold on to things. It's not a wrongness of you. It's that you've got a big change coming because you've done the big changes inside of yourself. It's important for everyone to know that. Sometimes the path is an external path and it's bit by bit and we move forward. I need more coffee. And sometimes it's that we do a lot of internal work, and that probably is more relevant for a lot of us in here, as we do a lot of the internal work, and then we can take like a huge leap forward. Often there's no huge leaps forward, but sometimes there is. Sometimes there is, because we have taken the step-by-step big leaps forward within ourselves, or small leaps forward within ourselves, and we're just ready for a whole lot more because of it. And that is you and where you're at. And it could be that you're thinking, because of life experience that you've had where things have been incremental change before, that you need to do it like that, but you don't. You don't need to hold on to the old, especially people. There you go. I don't know how well that was a love reading, but there you go. And then the Magician. Back to everybody. The Magician. A potent message of your creator magic, powerful manifesting abilities, forging your reality, connecting the four elements. Having latent talents and skills, creativity, steering clear of manipulation and misuse of power. Right. Steering clear of it. A time to seek good intentions. Seeing truth versus illusion. A time to notice bad intentions. Right. Alchemical incantation. Reaching up, the magician weaves and spins her reality into form. With magic from the ethers and determination in hand, she wields all the potential of the cosmos. She reminds you that you too have all you need to bring your desires into form. The four elements support this journey, and so she steps onto the strings of her magic loom to bring its essence into reality. With sound, heart, and thought vibration. Why sound? With sound, heart, and thought vibration, she promises to weave a better world. A divine luminescent substance forms between her hands. It always comes so quickly when her intention is to create something healing for others. As long as it's... that depends. It always comes so quickly when her intention is to create something healing for others, but only if we're being empowered, and only in an empowered way, not enabling. Sometimes we're enabling when we think that we're creating something healing for others. Yeah, self-love, that's what it was about. Thanks, Tim. Jordan, it could also be about needing to move. Sometimes we need to move from people, groups of people, friendships and stuff like that, to get in the right energy for our next partner. Got to leave an old version of ourselves behind. It could be about that too, good Jordan. With sound, heart, and thought vibration, she promises to weave a better world. A divine luminescent substance forms between her hands. It always comes so quickly when her intention is to create something healing for others. It comes even quicker if she does it for herself. Healing for self. Something transcendent and totally rooted in love. She invites you to welcome a state of trance in order to tap into the liminal spaces of your creative potential, to feel and know your desire and your end goal, and to draw down all the energetic material to make it real. Give it form, pattern, color, space, and so it is. Incantation, manifesting, faith and action, breath and resting. Faith and action, there you go. We heard that message, right? That with that Queen of Wands, it's not just about intention, that's just the start of it, the intention. Faith and action, then the action needs to be taken. Breath and resting, that bit. With my heart as in love, with my heart and as in love, I hold the mirror of as above. So, mirrors, right? Mirrors. You know, we're told that everything is a mirror of ourselves. All that, but how can it be? Because some people are opposites. The more out of balance we are, the more we attract opposites to us. The more in balance we are, the more we attract likeness to ourselves. But it's all a mirror. Because if you think about it, a mirror, it shows you yourself in reverse, right? And like we're just talking about with narcissists, they actually mirror your qualities back to yourself, so you fall in love with them because they realize that you're not self-loving. Mirrors, mirrors. So it's not who you're being, and you don't need to sort it out within yourself, but you do need to realize what it is that you're doing. Well, yeah, do that. Thanks for the reminder. We've got a Facebook group. It's called Psychic Cafe No Muggles Allowed. Come along in there. Let me find a link to it. Let me. No, let me. Go on. Go away. Oh, I hate. You know, you're trying to click on something and then the stupid little things keep on popping up in the corner of Facebook. It's so hard to use lately, Facebook. For anyone else? It's for me. There you go. Join our Facebook group. Right there. What was it saying? Mirrors. You see, that teaching that everything is a mirror can really send us even more out of balance when we see the opposites in people and say, oh, it's being a mirror to me, that's me. Well, I need to be even more loving and giving then. Be a trap. Okay, let's get more out. And then I'm out of here. Who's this? The Six of Pentacles. Make sure reciprocation is in place. So really noticing what is actually being reciprocated. Like I said with the narcissist, they speak a good speak. They do the love bombing. They pretend to be us, but they're not. Make sure that they're truly reciprocating. Make sure that their actions, take it slowly. Knight of Pentacles. Make sure, keep your boundaries. Make sure that their actions are actually reciprocal. Make sure that they're doing the work on themselves. Make sure that they're walking the talk. Let them prove it to you. We have to take it slowly. We've got to not let ourselves be love bombed. Oh, I had a reading. Remember, I bought those 2 readings for myself. Came through. One of them came through. It was spot on, hey? It was spot on. Gave me a lot to think about my love situation. Apparently it's my boundaries that are getting them to step up right now. I can see that. He has to prove himself. He's got to do a hell of a lot more before I will. Absolutely. We've got the 5 of Wands here, frustration and opposition. Opposition, yeah, the opposites. Opposites? Frustration with that. How come I'm not attracting my soul family? How come I'm not attracting those that are like me? Because you're still out of balance. I'm attracting mirrors to that. Okay, so we're all at different points of that journey, but all kind of on that same journey. Those in here anyway. Wow. Let's get some darkness out. Oh. Oh. Not that, not like that. Not darkness like that. Got coffee all over my leg. Oh no. That can go in the bin. I'm going. Disaster. Spelling things. Coffee clean up on our one. be right back with you in a moment after this short break. I've got contact dermatitis on my wrist because of washing my hands too much. And when hand sanitizer gets on it, oh my god, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Need a new thing. Need a new stand for my crystal. Okay. Try that again. See you, Christine. Enjoy perving down at the gym. Yeah, so contact dermatitis on my wrist there. I think it's because of my watch. I think my watch has been kind of keeping the crap that's in that stuff on my wrist, making me very sensitive to it. But damn, it hurts. If I get hand sanitizer on my wrist, it hurts bad. I've used these for a while. The vessel. The seed almost came out before that, so I feel like something's being birthed to us. Like, you know, the collective has got an agenda too. The universe is constantly expanding, and we're a part of that. We are constantly evolving, and when there's an intention from the collective for something to come about or get better, those of us who are capable of bringing that about or are closer to that, we become the vessel for that. So sometimes it's not just us. So if you feel like, I didn't sign up for this, that kind of thing, it's well, you kind of came here to do it, you know. Had a crystal ball didn't end up on the floor. It has done in the past. It just bounces. It doesn't break. It doesn't break the floor either, thankfully. Your gym has annoying girls talking and posting who follow each other around the gym. Yeah, that's weird. Gym's back open today here. Now, half an hour ago. I won't be going today though. I'm waiting for my Muay Thai to open again. Oh no, I might go today. I could go running on the treadmill. The shaman. The healers. Okay, so yeah, I feel like some of us are stepping forward to bring in some kind of a new energy here, to start things off, you know, to be the front runners in it, not to teach everyone else, but to do it for ourselves, to bring that energy in. Healing ourselves first for this transformation. But you just need to know that it's not just about your intentions. Sometimes you're just best placed. The Destroyer. To end old paradigms. Oh, there were some cards left in. The Destroyer. To end old paradigms. Oh, see, there's a loop there. It's like, it reminds me of the snake eating its own tail, you know. It's not that, but it reminds me of that. What if we set ourselves up for this? What if everything that we've been doing until now has been in training for this moment now? Everything that we've been through, we set ourselves up to know. We delved into all of that narcissist, that codependent stuff and all of that. We immersed ourselves into it because there was a collective, let's get out of this. Let's find a new way here. That God knows we need to, right? Narcissism is just so rampant and it's been so enabled, more than that, more than enabled. It's been lauded and applauded. It's been rewarded. It could be about that. Anyway, there's things to be destroyed first, which means that we need to get in Queens of Sword energy. And get into a warrior side. Not so much this, more of that. Or if we're doing this, then it's to ourselves. And that's not selfish, right? If you think about this, if we're being the vessel for something new coming through, that's not being selfish. That's taking one for the community, for the whole world. We've got to do it for ourselves first to bring that energy in. Do you understand what I mean by that? When we do something for ourselves, when we heal ourselves, it's not true that it heals everyone in our family and it helps this or that. Hi, Jamie. It's not true that we heal everyone through it. We do it for ourselves, but when we do it for ourselves, we make that energy available to everyone else too. They can reach for it more easily. If one person has done it before us, it's easier for us to do it. If 100 people have done it before us, it's way more easier for us to do it. Yeah, if thousands of people have done it before us, it's way more easier for us to do it. So we need to be we're not like healing it for everyone, but what we do for ourselves is very important. It's not about teaching. It's not about like setting up a YouTube channel and talking about it once you've done it like I do. Sure, it's my role to do that, but we don't have to do that to make an impact. We can just live it ourselves. We don't even have to do it publicly or speak about it or be an example in that way and tell people about it, because us doing it for ourselves, even silently, has an impact. But sure, we might be asked to talk about it. Not necessarily, but we might be. So anyway, that's what's going on at the moment. That's why the messages of this is the last stand, like we need to remain true to that. Expressing ourselves, or wisdom. So the wisdom that we've gained and our preparation for this is what is having us in this game. It's very subtle energies in us, the changes, but it's big for the world. It's a whole new way of dealing with these things. There we have it. That's what they wanted to go on about today. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for your support of my channel. Very much appreciated. Let's do this all over again on Wednesday. And if anyone wants a private reading with me, they're available from my website, behealing.com. Find all the links for that in the description box for this video. As always, got any ideas for pick a card reads that you want? I will be diversifying them as well, I feel, because you know what I'm like. I like them to be the vehicle for actual good advice rather than just be predictions. But I do feel like doing what's coming up in the next 7 days today. That's what I'm going to be doing today. What's coming up in the next 7 days, not necessarily focusing on love, but we'll see what comes up. in that. So yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I'll see you in 2 days' time, right here. Thanks for all your donations. See ya. Bye.